Hi, this is Oliver Lucanis from Below Water. Today I want to have a look at the habitat of the RAMIREZI cichlid. For many of us, the blue ram, or Mikrogeophagus ramirezi, was one of our first cichlids. They're beautiful, stay small, and are peaceful enough for most community aquariums. Today, nearly all rams in the hobby come from breeders in Europe or Asia, and unfortunately many breeders have lost the beautiful colors and body shape of the wild form. Rams are found in the lowland of the Orinoco River in Venezuela and Colombia. Unlike Apistogramma, they're incredibly abundant in their preferred habitat. In the dry season, the rams are crammed together in these large lagoons and morichales, springs that often have the moriche palms growing along them. You can see these kind of habitats all over the Llanos, the Orinoco floodplain. When the rains start and the Orinoco floods the grasslands, the rams travel out in a huge migration, just like many other fish. You will see thousands of them in huge schools. They travel along the surface or along the bottom in shallow water. The surface seems an odd choice until you see that the bottom has so many predators. Pike cichlids, piranhas, peacock bass, everyone is waiting for that migration of the smaller fish. The surface is also not that safe, because birds, Hoplierythrinus, and other predators wait for them there. Small fish are also part of this migration. Millions of Monkhausia, Hephaesobruchon, Raminos tetras, Pyrrolina, and Hemigrammes also migrate at this time. The schools more or less stay together with their conspecifics, but there are just so many fish that it looks like total chaos. It makes sense only when you see the front or back end of the school and you can see that this species is migrating as a group. The migrating rams have little color and they are thin from spending the dry season in cramped conditions. Once they are out in the newly available habitats with abundant food, they can quickly gain weight, and that is the season when they start to pair up and breed. Rams just lay their eggs out in the open, but prefer a solid surface that can be a piece of wood or a leaf. Rocks are not so common in the lowland of the Orinoco or the Amazon. The substrate is just fine sand and the occasional pebble. The aquatic plants of the Llanos spend the dry month in diapause, but now plants are growing everywhere, and that is the main cover for the fish. In between seasons, those palm-lined morichales can have pretty good water flow, and Eleocharis, Cabomba, and some marginal and terrestrial plants now cover the bottom. In the shallow water, the temperature is quite high, around 27 degrees centigrade. The high amount of decaying plants also means algae is starting to grow, and this shallow area where grasses and algae and detritus create a dense mass is where I found the rams breeding. The place is still crowded, there are a lot of rams here, and the pairs have to defend their nest against other rams, tetras, and some equidans, all while dodging the wolffish and fish-eating birds. There is a lot of detritus in these shallow slack waters, and any movement in this knee-deep water stirs up the debris. For the fish, it is excellent cover, plenty of places for their young to forage when they start to swim and look for food. They will remain with the parents till they start to gain body mass and the black coloration on the first rays of the dorsal fin starts to show. In the dry season, when these fish are in cramped conditions and often in very warm water, is when they are collected for the aquarium trade. It is no wonder then that wild ramirezi have a reputation for being difficult to keep. Bacterial diseases often infect new arrivals that may be too thin to recover from the shipping stress. To acclimate these wild fish takes careful planning and very good water conditions. That is best achieved with some soft, well-filtered water and UV sterilization. Without these precautions, wild rams are not easy to acclimate at all. Tank-raised rams are much hardier and a better choice for most beginners, and those that want to keep the fish in a community aquarium. Longfin, albino, balloon, and giant morphs of the fish are available, but this kind of inbreeding has also produced fragile fish that are not the best choice. Best to look for the variant sold as the German blue ram that is both similar to the wild fish in coloration and considerably stronger than most of the others. I hope you enjoyed our look at the RAMIREZI cichlid and its habitat. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and share the videos as much as possible. This video will also be available in Japanese and German.